Do you want a really quick way to do your makeup? Let's say you're in a rush, you don't have a lot of time on your hands, but you want to have a flawless, even complexion, look like yourself but better. This is a great method for your cream foundation. You need a multitasker brush. You'll need some sort of blending brush. I like the blush and bronzer brush. And then if you want to do eyeshadows and all that, that would be something separate, but we're going to get the face on using the Cheetah Method, using this multitasker brush. So let's get started. I'm going to dive in. This is my One Palette Makeup Cream Foundation with Seint. All the colors I'm going to use are right on here, in here I should say, and I'm going to show you how to quickly apply and then blend. So if you're ready, let's get into it. This brush is great. I'm just going to come in and show you a close-up of this brush. Hopefully it will focus for us. It's a flat brush. It has a, there you can see it's flat. It's got a very sort of thin, stiff, but flexible brush on that end, and on the other end it's got a very small detail brush, which is great for lining your lips and doing other sort of small work. You could fill in your brows with it as well, but it's such a good brush. I always recommend having 2 of these in your makeup kit, one for makeup application and then one for lip and cheeks. And you can also use it for eyeshadow. So it's a really good brush, and that's why it's called a multitasker, because there's so many ways you can use this brush. But today, like I said, I really want to do a quick Cheetah Method. It's one of the fastest ways you can do your makeup. It will not sacrifice how you look. It's just a great, easy way to do your makeup, especially if you're on the go. You could be in a taxi, you could be in an airplane, you could be on a train, etc. All the things. You could even be in your own house like I am right now doing your makeup. So let's get started. Let's put the timer on and see how long this takes us. I am going to talk you through it as I go. And this is my latest shade. This is my Brightener. I am just gonna put this in the few places that I need it. Down my nose like this. We're gonna blend it all at the end. And I'm gonna do a little bit of my lighter and a little bit of my color corrector on my eyelids like this. And then I'm gonna go into my color corrector. This is my second color. I'm just gonna dab whatever's on my brush onto my skin, kind of where I need it. It looks a little orange, but it's gonna counteract the redness in my skin. And then that's sort of where I'm gonna want that. I am not gonna do makeup here and here because I don't want a full face of makeup, and I want it to be just a really minimal, natural look today. Then next I'm gonna go into my contour, and I'm going to put it where I want it. I can actually add a little bit more there. And then over here, my hair is in the way. You could do lines as well if that's easier, but I'm just gonna do the dots for now so that you can kind of see where it goes. And just make sure that you have enough product that it'll blend in. Okay, so that is contour. Then I'm gonna do a little line down my nose on either side. And you can see how fast this is. Do a little bit under your lips like this, and then you can do a little bit under here. And this is kind of a line. It's easier in these kind of spaces. And then that's it. Then I'm going to just wipe it off a little bit. I'm going to go into my bronzer and do a little bronzer here. This is going to warm up my skin, work with my, hold on, I'm going to put a little bronzer here. That's just gonna add a little depth and warmth to my skin. And lastly, I'm going to go in to my Lip and Cheek, pick that up here. And you could also then go into your Illuminator and kind of blend that in here as well. I'm trying not to layer them. I'm trying to put everything in its own spot on my face. So that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna go in with the blush bronzer. I don't even know how many minutes, but I'll put a timer here so you can see how fast it took to just put that on my face. So I like to start at the bottom. I didn't put anything here, so I'm just gonna start here. I'll do the contour last. And again, I'm gonna move my lips out of the way so that I don't get any makeup on there. And then just make sure you're blending, pushing it into your skin like this. And make sure that you get it all. The other day I did a video and I didn't blend it enough on my cheeks, and I was watching it as I was editing it back, and I was like, oh my God, actually you forgot to, but then it ended out okay. So just go into your eyes like this, blend, and whatever you have on your brush will transfer onto your under eyes, and I like that as a good way not to put any makeup on your under eyes. And again, real quick, you're just blending it as you go, and then just I like to sort of swirl it, push it into my skin like this. Hope you can see that. And then down my nose, and it's gonna come together soon, don't you worry. Okay, so then let's go into my contour on my forehead, and I'm just kind of blending it, and look, see how that's creating this nice shadow on my forehead. Oop, hold on. My hair's coming out, so let me fix that real quick. I'm using one of these hairpins, and it's just a little slippy today because my hair's so clean. Okay, let's get this. So that's that. You see how that's all blended really nicely into my forehead? Okay, and then we're gonna do this. For some reason my hair wants to get in the way, and I'm just kind of pressing it. I'm not trying to move it, and then blending it up into my cheek like this, and then blending the contour and the bronzer together like that, and then I'm gonna go into the blush. See how that creates this really pretty color when it's all blended together? See that? That's really pretty. Okay, and then do the other side. I like to go blending it up because it's going to give your cheekbones more definition and more of a shadow. And then I blend the blush kind of down into the contour like this on the top of my cheeks. And then don't forget this, because then you'll have a big line. I did that once. I went out, I totally forgot to do the one under my chin. My niece was like, Bridget, you've got something on your chin. I was like, yeah. Okay. I forgot to blend it. She's like, I think you need to blend it or something happened. Did you get a smudge? And then don't forget this. We did a little bit on our nose. And I think that's it. I feel like I need a little bit more right there. So how does that look? We can stop the clock now on how long that took to blend and apply the makeup. So quick, so fast. And look, it's awesome. I'm just gonna take the other side of the brush and like that, and then look at it. So that is my really quick, easy Cheetah method to get everything on there. Now, if you want to add more blush because you blended a little bit too much, you can always go on in with your blush bronzer brush. I'm using Fig. I can add just a little bit more color, and sometimes that happens. You overblend a little bit, and listen, there are no rules. You can always add a little bit more if you like more, and if you want to add a little bit more of the Illuminator on top, just go in there as well and do that. So that is a really easy, great way to do a quick makeup. Next, I am going to go in and we're going to quickly do my eyebrows, do some lips, and then I'm going to show you a two eyeshadow look using Pomegranate and Foxy. So let's do the eyebrows real quick. I like using the line brush. This has a spoolie on one end. I don't know if that's, maybe that, there you go. I mean the line brush that has a spoolie on one end, and on the other end it has this slanted brush. Okay, excuse me, I have a little itch. And I like to use my brow wax. It looks like this. It's usually very clear. I've had it for a while, so it's getting a little mucky. And I activate it with the setting spray like this. And honestly, it's so great having everything you need in one palette. You don't have to fuss with different things. I do use my setting spray to activate the brow wax. You don't have to. You can, if you've been using it enough, it should be easy enough to pull up some of the wax in between, but I like to add a little bit extra. So there's that. I don't know why I have an itch on my face, in my eye, excuse me. I don't wanna, okay, something's there. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around and I'm gonna use my contour. So it's doing double duty. You're not opening and shutting different products. It's so great that you can use what's in your palette and just do your face really fast. And you know, you shouldn't sacrifice how you look by being fast, but I love the simplicity of it. I love that it did cut the time in half. And I did a video earlier, the holiday look, where I did spend more time talking and doing my makeup. And there are times that you want to spend more time and like half an hour and stuff doing your makeup because it's a big night, then there's always that as well. But if you want something quick and easy and you don't want to fuss around with your makeup, this is just a great way to just quickly do your makeup. Okay, so that's my eyebrows. And then I already put the makeup on my eyelids as a primer, so we can use that to even out the skin on my eyes like that. That's what I used it for. But now I can go in and do an eyeshadow. And I thought I would do something because I'm wearing navy. I thought it'd be kind of fun for the holidays, just something sort of festive. So I'm going to use Pomegranate and Foxy. And this is kind of a bold color. So I am going to go in and take my eyeshadow brush, which has a fluffy end on it. I think you can see that. And then if you flip it over, it has this small, kind of domed, smaller tip that is good for more detail work. But I'm going to take the fluffier end of my brush, tap in. It's very saturated, so be careful. Don't go too dark. And because we're only using 2 colors, we want to be careful. I'm going to go in on this side, I think, first. I'm just going to do the outer edge of my eye. I'm not going to do the whole lid because, well, I could do the whole lid, but I feel like this is going to be the color on the outer corner like this. And then the Foxy's going to kind of go in the middle, like right in here. So I'm going to turn the brush around. I want it very light. I don't want it very heavy, but I want a little bit of definition and color right here, kind of at the base of my eyelashes, and I have like a little frog in my throat, like that. And then I'm going to do a little bit underneath like that. See how that kind of brings in a little bit of depth into the corner of my eyes like that. I actually quickly did this eye so that we could speed it up so you could see sort of the end result. So over here versus here. Next, we're going to go into Foxy. Foxy's a nice shimmery kind of golden shade. And I'm going to use my finger to apply that to the middle of my eye. So I'm just going to go in like this. And blend it from the middle of my eye out. And you may have noticed I finished this eye because I wanted to speed it up so you could see the difference and not take as long with the video. So I'm just going to go in and blend this a little bit with the fluffy end of the brush. And then we are going to take Vant eyeliner. This is the long-lasting brown gel eyeliner that I love. It is so great because you can smudge it when you apply it, but it is smudge proof as far as wear and tear throughout the day. So I'm just going to add that right here. I don't know if you can hear, but it just started to pour where I am. Do a little bit down here, like that. This eyeliner is great because it just glides so easily. It doesn't tug or pull on your eyes. I also have a code for 10% off, so I will link that below for you if you're interested. And then you can take this etch brush, like this end of the etch brush. Sorry, it's gonna, let's see if that'll show you. It has 2 different ends. That's one end, and then it has this smaller end. And I can go in and just smudge it just a little bit on the bottom like this. Make sure it's like in. You just want to make sure that the eyeliner is like in between your eyelashes so it looks really, they make it look fuller and better. Like that. Yeah, and then the last thing we're going to do is add some mascara. I love using an eyelash curler. I'll link this below. I just got this one. I really, really, really like it. It's a really good one. And I love how it like, okay, where's my mascara? do like this Ilia one. I like how it goes on. I like how it washes off. It's not waterproof, so if you like waterproof, that might not be for you. So that is that. And then I'm just gonna finish it off with a little bit of the feather blotting dust. I'm just gonna add a little bit up here, like this, a little bit like right here. And you can add a little bit like this on your cheeks as well. Don't forget the other side, like this. And that does all the makeup. Last thing we need to do is do our lips. And I am gonna go in with the same brush that we used before, the multitasker, the other end. And I'm just gonna use my contour and line my lips a little bit. Now you can use your contour or you could use the suede lip liner. I like it because it gives a grounding to your lips, and I don't go past sort of a little bit past my bow of my top lip, and same on the bottom. It's really minimal. And then I'm just gonna go on the flip side. I'm just wiping my multitasker off on my microfiber. I'm gonna go into the same blush that I used and add some lips. And I like using the multitasker, and this is why I was saying to have two of them, because that way you don't have to worry about wiping it off just in case you have any makeup left over it. But I like using this because I find with colors, it's hard to get a nice sort of paint within the lines, I was gonna say. And Fig is it's a semi-gloss, so it does have a little bit of, I don't know why I have an itch, of sheen to it, but it's not that glossy. So on top of that, because of the kind of reds and browns that I'm using, I am going to use the Salted Caramel Lip Oil as a gloss because I love a gloss. It's all about gloss. And this does smell like salted caramel, so if you don't like smells, this is the strongest of the four lip oils, I should say. But I love how it feels. I love how moisturizing it is. It's got jojoba, I think that's how you pronounce it, in it. And it's so moisturizing. It's great because it's in this shape and you can pop it in your clutch or your bag on the go and reapply. But it does smell, so if you have a problem with like smells, then I would say this is not for you. It does disappear after a while, the smell, but when you put it on, you can definitely smell. So that is my quick and easy using the Cheetah Method to quickly apply my makeup without sacrificing how it looks. I added a little bit more blush because I blended it maybe a little too heavily. I did a 2 eyeshadow look, and I did the same lip and cheek Fig on my lips with the Salted Caramel lips. So yes, if you enjoyed this video, please let me know, leave a comment, hit the like and subscribe button because it helps other people find this channel, it helps me grow the channel, and you'll be notified when new videos go up. So thank you so much for being with me today, and I so appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.